Hey everyone, welcome to the AFK podcast. This is episode 12, I believe, and kicking things right off, we have a lot of news today with the gaming stuff. First off, the Xbox partner preview. We did a live stream, watching it live with our friend, and quite a few things were announced. Some of the most
Hmm.
notable being Subnautica 2.
Yes, we
I
literally
pr
spoke about it
yeah,
last
we
week.
woke up, yep, a little special last
Good
week
timing.
where we talked about what we wanted. Literally, it was Thursday the live stream, wasn't it, or was it Friday?
I
It
don't
was
remember.
Thursday. It was
Thursday.
Thursday. So the day after we uploaded the episode, we got it. So thank thank you, Unknown Worlds, for watching our podcast. Evidently, we are claiming that now. No fact checkers anywhere. But yeah, there was a few other things as well that were worth noting though. So we
Mm.
got the Alan Wake 2 DLC, which I believe have either of you two played it?
No, but Harry
No.
has, and he said it was very good. So
Okay, that's good to hear then. Wait, so is the wait? He says and he talked about the game. 'Cause
yeah, yeah.
okay, yeah, about to say concerned if you got early access to the DLC.
No, he hasn't.
But yeah, that looked cool. I do want to play the Alan Wake games. Another thing though that I pretty much predicted like from the start was the Phasmo console release. That was just undoubtedly going to happen.
Or release date,
29th of
anyway.
October. Yep.
Yeah.
29th of October, the game comes to consoles. I've already been teaching one of my friends how to play it. You guys should be joining that bandwagon soon, though.
Yep, I will get it.
Will we do a stream?
I'll stream it.
I'll
Yep.
probably stream it on my channel as well.
Yeah,
Because I
I'll
know
stream it on the AFK
Daniel
podcast
obviously did
channel.
a live stream yesterday
Yeah, I did a solo.
and
The
face
was it
revealed.
yesterday?
So,
Whoa! It's not as if they can click on my account and see my face anyway.
nope.
But nah. But yeah, so I will probably end up streaming that. I mean, me and Don were playing earlier. We're gonna play later as well.
Mhm.
It's so fun. It's such a fun game.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
yeah, that's gonna be fun. We also had a few other things though. Like a Dragon, Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii had a gameplay trailer. We saw some of the ship combat and such.
Mhm.
What Skull and Bones wishes it could be. It all looks just a
Yeah.
fun, goofy Yakuza game. Might buy it. We also got a few others which you guys were more interested in. Nathan, in particular, you were the one who took interest in Chronos: The New Dawn.
So, yeah, so at the start of this month, there was the Silent Hill 2 remake which released, which got glowing reviews. What was the name? Bluebird, I think the team's called. Might be getting that wrong.
I
But this
think
is
that
being
is right.
made by them. So this is the people behind the Silent Hill 2 remake, and it's giving Dead Space vibes.
Yeah, that's what I got
So,
immediately.
like, oh, that could be quite interesting. See what they do with kind of a space sci-fi kind of theme in horror.
Hey,
So,
what?
yeah.
By the end of the game, the protagonist better be able to play chess though, because he cheated like hell.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, bro, he put his piece sideways. Of course he cheated.
And obviously, they
But
also showed
no,
some gameplay for that as well. So I don't. I wonder how
yeah,
far they're into development for that
wasn't
game.
much gameplay. It was only like a under a
Yeah,
minute walk
I mean,
sequence,
still
but
better than just a cinematic trailer. So
yeah,
that's
we
true.
we can see that the game is partially made at least. Like we know it's in development. Um, but we also got FBC Firebreak, which Isaac
Mm.
took the big interest in.
Now, I believe it's set in the Control universe. So with Control and Alan Wake, they're set in the same universe. It
Mhm.
appears to be set the same area as the first Control. I actually thought it was Control 2 at first. Um, it is actually first person. It's a free player. It seems to be something like, Helldivers Space Marine, where you go in, or not Space Marine, Helldivers. What am I thinking of?
You thinking of Rainbow Six Extraction?
Yeah, similar to Extraction, but then, like, I'm trying to think. I suppose like Lethal Company and stuff, where you just kind of go in, you do stuff, and then you go out, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
It feels like sort of like that with combat elements. Hopefully, they've got combat elements of Control because the combat in that is great. Um, yeah, all I wanted to say is that it looks like that, um, and that I'll probably will get it because it does look good. I believe it's on Game Pass day one as well.
Yeah, most of them were. Like Subnautica is going to be Game
Yeah.
Pass even on early access. Phasmo's not, but I think there was a few other ones. If you guys want to check out the full thing, the Xbox partner preview is up on YouTube. You can go rewatch it and the highlights. We're just bringing up what we were most interested in, giving our thoughts and opinions on it. But that's not the only big news we got this week. One thing that really kickstarted the week off and set the internet ablaze was the Game Freak leaks. I think
Yep.
Nathan would like to talk about
The
that
Game
quite a bit.
Freak gigaleak now.
Yeah.
1 terabyte of leaks was shown. There's so much stuff. They're still going on. I
Wow.
believe right now it has been.
Someone should check what Typhlosion has 1 terabyte of.
Yeah, exactly. So there was obviously beta Pokemon from Gen 3 to Gen 3 and 5 got a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That was the first day. We were like, and people were like, oh, look at, like, it's fat Zigzagoon. Oh, and then the next day, Typhlosion just gaslit that woman and had a baby with her.
Yeah, there's a lot of criminal activity going on in those leaks.
Octillery just had a deep moment from the boys.
Mm-hmm.
So they were pretty messed up. There was some, like, mistranslation in the Typhlosion one, I believe.
Obviously, we
But
won't
he still did
mention-
have a baby with a woman and pretended to be a human.
We won't go into
But-
the big details. We will like vaguely touch up on it,
Yeah.
kind of,
So
because it is somewhat disturbing
else
to
is
some viewers.
that was the second day. Then I believe the next day was there was a lot of like X and Y leaks. Obviously, we're not going to
Mhm.
show anything because we like to our kneecaps.
Having our channel up.
Like this man is going to be publicly executed in the next Nintendo Direct. Like hands on.
Mhm.
This man's gonna die. We're going to see Nintendo kill a man.
Yeah, careful, Nathan. We're gonna get taken down for defamation.
And there was another. There was like just loads of beta Pokemon leaked, and
Yeah.
let's
I
see,
mean, you
right-
made a
well, right
little
now,
quiz, didn't you?
I have. We'll get into that in a minute. Because there was also some stuff about the new Legends game and then
Mhm.
Gen 10, which we're not going to discuss because not a lot was even really spoken about it.
Yeah.
And it's a game
Waiting
that's
for a bit
not
more.
out yet, so
Mhm.
it just seems kind of scummy to talk about a game which is literally just in text right now. Yeah,
There's
lots of
only
stuff.
the teaser trailer, isn't there, at the minute? There's no like
Yeah,
official
the-
trailer number one yet.
Yeah, and there was also like I know X and Y was yesterday. I think there was some Aura stuff that was also leaked, like concept art and stuff.
Oh no! Oh, okay, thank God. I was about to say,
Lots
don't
of
ruin
there's
all
lots
rest
of
for
really
me.
cool concept art. Like it's just fun.
Oh, please tell me there's one of like Groudon Kyogre.
Yes,
Oh, I need
and
to
then we
see
also
that
got
after
like
this.
designs for the old logo, the characters, like they're all designs.
Mhm. Okay,
It's
that's
really
cool. I might have
interesting
to
to
look
look
at that.
into.
Oras, as we said in the top 10 episode, Oras is my favorite Pokemon game.
Yeah.
So.
And there's like
Alright.
there's Legends Arceus concept art as well.
Oh yeah, that's
You know,
one I
but
want to
sadly,
play. So.
like the Insomniac leak, there was personal info leaked from employees,
Yeah,
which
Which
is
I don't see
the
why
worst
people
part.
can't like hold themselves back and not dox the people you want to make a game, the people who are already suffering trying to figure out the code and shit. Like, why make their lives even more miserable by leaking their info? But if I'm
Well-
correct, it wasn't really personal, more than business
I
information
don't
for
know.
that
I
individual,
think I
right?
read personal, but if it's not,
I
personal-
think I read
That's
somewhere
not
it was
true.
like their business emails and stuff,
Ah,
not the personal. So hopefully that's the case. If there is personal, that's either way, it's still far, but personal is a step even further, and legal action definitely needs to be taken.
but I mean, it's
yeah.
kind of crazy this amount leak because I pointed this out a few days ago. So obviously this year the big leak was this
Mhm.
leak, the Pokemon. The year before that was the Insomniac leak at the end,
Which
and
has
then the
still been detrimental.
yeah, and then the year before that was the Grand Theft Auto 6 leak.
Hmm
So companies need to get
Better
something to
cybersecurity.
help them because Jesus Christ, it must be so easy to break in. But anyway, as Daniel mentioned,
think
I
the
have a
internet
game for us
is
all.
so-
Guess the Pokemon based on the beta leak. So this is all
No.
Pokemon from Gen 3 to 5.
Gen 3
I'm
and
not
3
very
finally
good with
get them.
Pokemon.
So
I
Isaac,
don't
if you're not very
think
good,
I'd
you can just
take
describe
Yeah.
what you think it is. Just say, oh, that yellow rat.
Pikachu!
You just
We'll
say
give Isaac like a point if he can get the type.
if you can get
Great.
like you can go, oh, it's that thing that's like the design at least. You don't have to get the name. So I'll share my screen now. So-
Fun.
this is gonna be fun.
Watch stream.
Wait, we're doing it
Tell me
now?
when you're
Oh,
on.
okay.
Yep.
Tell me when you're all watching.
In the middle of the
Oh,
news section, we got a game,
hang on.
boys.
Let me
Alright. Yeah.
share my screen properly.
Uh,
I shared it wrong. Share my
For
screen.
God's sake, Nathan.
There we go. Okay, can you see?
Yes, we can see.
Yeah.
Can you see when I'm in full
Right.
screen?
Yeah.
Yes, it's just white.
Right. Guess the beta Pokemon.
For God's sake.
This is good. This is top quality. This.
This better be on
Question
like a little
1.
TV monitor on the thing, right?
Who is this? Now
Oh,
they're
that's,
really low
Charizard.
quality because
That's
the
Hydreigon.
correct because the images are so small. That's why they look.
Yeah, they're very low
Yeah,
quality.
that is
yeah.
Hydreigon.
That's Hydreigon. Let's go.
Yep, I got that one.
All right. Oh, is that Infernape?
No.
A
what's the other one?
fat
Is it
Infernape.
Darumon or something like that? It's like the big, or it's
So
like the
remember,
big
Gen
guy,
3 and Gen
monkey
5.
guy. Gen 3. This is on Oras. You can find this guy on like the islands that you can discover, like the Mirage Islands. He's like, oh,
I don't think I found
he's
this.
got a white variant on another game. Oh, I swear it's
Charmander.
Starts with an S. Digically.
Squirtle.
It's from Gen 5. Digically.
Oh, Simisear or something like that. It's the
Simisear.
Yes, it
yeah,
is.
Simisear.
Look how fat he was.
Oh,
Like people
Christ,
hate these things
yeah.
now. Jesus Christ, they looked horrendous.
Oh, I never.
This is easy.
Oh, that's yeah. What's
Snorlax.
the name of the
Not,
evolution?
not
Good damn.
Snorlax.
Well, he's fat.
It's the evolution of Makuhita.
He's in
What's his
Gen
name?
3.
Champ.
He's in Hoenn. No. He's a fighting type though.
I only know like the originals.
Starts with a H.
Hitmonlee. Hitmonchan.
No.
It's what is it? It's the evolution of Makuhita. I
It
cannot
is.
remember its name. Hitamata or something like that. I don't know.
No.
Hita something.
Maki.
No.
I swear that's a
Starts with a
Pokemon.
H.
It's Hita something.
Oh, hang
I'm
on.
not gonna be able
What are
to
you
name
guessing?
it.
Hitler.
Hang on. Door's knocking.
Going
I'm
for the
back.
ad.
Did you get
It's,
right?
it's the evolution of Makuhita. That's all I can
Okay.
tell you. I can't remember his name.
Blah, I didn't
Last
go.
time I thought one of these guys was on Victory Road.
Hariyama.
Hariyama. Right.
I basically said that.
This
Okay.
is easy.
Oh,
This is also Gen
Relicanth.
3. Yes.
Stupid Gyarados.
No, it's Relicanth.
Relicanth. Let's go.
That's the best if you
oh,
get this
name.
thing. Gen 5.
Forgotten what his.
Shmoodle.
It's Schwibble, yeah, isn't it?
Yeah.
What's his name?
Oh, what is it?
No. Gen 5.
Pancreas.
No, not Pancreas.
I know what it is.
Oh,
It evolves into
Paris.
the bigger.
Not.
Is it Paris?
It's
No.
No.
Hold on.
I know what it is. It's the one which evolves into like the one with the blind eyes.
No, that's not
No.
it. This is Gen 5.
Gen 5.
Crystal.
No, Paras and Parasect are Gen 1.
Oh, okay, yeah, I
So
forgot.
this is
Parasect.
Unova.
Oh god, Unova, isn't that black and white? That's
Yeah.
that's one of the games I haven't played. So
That was also one of the games I got.
Dribble.
Yes! It is!
That was the one in my head. I don't know why I said Paris. Paris
Alright,
is the mushroom.
Next one.
Oh, it's Paris, not Pancreas.
Paris
What is that?
Lickitung.
That's Lickitung.
Alright, I'll give it to Isaac. It's Licky,
Yeah.
but it's basically, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
nothing
How
like.
freaky he looked.
Yeah, I'm glad
You'll probably
we
never
did
get
that.
this.
Oh,
Actually, you might do.
is it? That's not.
Sure what? No.
Gen 5. This is Gen
Ruka.
5. It's black and
It's
white.
Gen 5, so it could be. It's not one of Oshawott
Ruka.
evolutions.
No,
No.
it's not Oshawott.
Weasel.
Rupa.
No, it's not Woofer.
Man.
Emolga.
No.
What
This
else?
is the more difficult ones.
It's an electric type for sure. So I'm thinking.
Is it?
What
This is beta Pokemon. Things change.
True. Yeah, but it's just weird.
I mean, look what this shit look like.
Yeah, but the color code at the very least usually.
Is it
Ice type.
Duziel?
Weasel? That's the
Yeah.
evolution of
Nope.
thing.
Gen
So I
5.
think Nathan would have given us it if that was. I don't know which gen the fucking Weasel's from.
But, actually, remember what Buizel is.
It's either 4
is
or 5.
Weasel
That's
again?
all I can tell you. Is it Diamond? It's 4. It's 4. Right. It's Gen 4. Oh, what could this motherfucker?
You'll probably never guess one.
Okay, just show me, because I want to be shocked. That's Scraggy.
Scraggy. That's
How the
like
hell is that
Scraggy was
Scraggy,
Gen
bro?
3. I thought
Because
Scraggy was Gen 3.
it's no, it's Gen 5 because it's like holding something up. It's
Yeah,
holding its
okay.
trousers up.
The
I
color
thought it was
does
just a-
not
Yeah,
match.
I thought that was gonna throw you off when I put it on
He
there.
was definitely originally going to be a different type, right? Oh, wait, what's that?
Machamp.
No, it's a fighting type, I believe he is.
It's a fighting type, yeah.
Hitmonlee.
Gen 5 again. Most of these are from
Gen
Gen 5, I
5.
believe.
This is going to be problematic then, because I've not played any of the black and white games. Gen
Because Gen 5 was the one which had like the most beta leaks, which didn't look exactly like them.
Boulder.
No.
God damn it.
He is carrying something though in his normal design.
Colder.
No. Yes, Isaac.
Oh, is that actually good?
Yeah.
God damn it. I had the evolution line.
It
How
might
come
be...
you gave the evolution line to Isaac and then...
Because he said Gerda.
Yeah, I know, but last question you gave him the evolution line when he said lick it. So why
Because
do I
Isaac's
not
not
get
gonna
it?
get it,
I'm
is
not...
he?
Yeah, but I've not played Gen 5.
Oh,
I've
sorry.
played
Alright,
Gen
who's
3,
this?
Gen 1.
Pancreas,
Oh,
no. Ponyta.
Stantler.
No.
It's
Gen
not
5
Stantler.
again.
Um.
I think you said you
Oh
like this
God! Don't
Pokemon.
tell me. This isn't Victini, is it?
No, that's not fucking
God
Victini
damn.
at all.
I was about to say the Haunted Cavia. If that was what it
Uh,
looked like, I'd kill myself.
Isaac, you won't...
Zebra.
I'd be surprised if you get this, Isaac.
Zebra.
No.
It's a Gen 5, so it's not the Zebra one.
Uh,
Rapidash was Gen 1 or 2.
Ponyta.
No, it's...
That's Rapidash's
That's
evolution
Gen
line.
1.
Blitzel.
No. It's...
Stantler's the only one I could think of. Mudsdale? No, that's
No.
Gen 7. Or 6.
It's
Keldeo.
parts... No.
Oh my God! It's one of the legendary. What they call it?
Mudbray. Right, that guy looks goofy
Cabalion.
as
Is it
hell.
Cabalion? Is it Cabalion? It's Cabalion, of course it is.
Mudsdale. Oh, we got
It
it.
was one of the legendary. He said Keldeo, I was like, it's got to be one of the legendaries.
Alright, this should be the last one.
What the?
You'll never get this.
Well, what is it?
I was trying to guess
Poliwag.
what you think it is.
Quags. It's not Quagsma. Like,
This is Gen
Quags,
3.
isn't it? Gen 3.
This is
Oh,
Hoenn.
this is Bagan.
No.
Oh, it's the ice cream one. Vanillish or something.
No, that's
not
that's
vanilla.
Unova.
Vanilla. Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think. Glalie?
No.
Snorunt.
Nope.
Frostless.
Nope.
Oh, what could this? Kyogre.
No.
Whisker.
No.
You said like that really weird when I said Kyogre.
No, it's not. No, I said it
Oh
was
my.
funny.
Kingdra.
No, it's not King.
Ludicolo.
Mudkip.
No.
Rowan.
Gyarados
That's not Gyarados, I know that.
is Gen 1. Mate.
Wailord.
No.
Gen
it's...
3 is.
Hoenn.
Hoenn.
Swampert.
No.
I'm trying to think.
That's not. It's not.
Wailmer.
Like, these aren't even Gen 3 Pokemon, bro.
Wailmer. Wow. Really?
Ooh, sorry, pardon me.
Brillish. What else?
If you give
I'm
up,
trying
I'll
to think
tell
what
you.
could look like that. No, I don't want to give up. It's Gen 3. This is
Have
my
we
hope.
said Vanillish?
Yeah, I've said
it's not
Vanillish. Don't tell me it's one of Metagross's things.
No.
It is a Nico, thank God.
God, imagine a Metagross with 4 of those.
Medicham.
No.
Ralts.
Silicune.
No.
Not Silcoon. No.
He's-
You just got a list of Gen 3 Pokemon.
Yeah. I mean, I'm never gonna get it.
I
am
mean, it doesn't
Is
look
it
anything like.
Surskit?
It don't look anything like the
It
Pokemon.
doesn't
It
look
is.
anything like it.
Whimsmer.
Latias. Latios.
No, it's not a legendary.
Wait, is it Azurill?
No.
Azurill.
No.
No.
Or Azumarill.
Nose
Azumarill.
pass.
No.
Oh God, if it was Nosepass.
This is fun.
Boink.
No. Alright, we're not listening to Pokemon. It's getting boring.
What
Volbeat.
is it? Come on, just show me it.
Gulpin.
Cast form. Oh my God, I forgot about Cast. Cast form's the most forgettable Pokemon. Not gonna lie, bro.
I don't
Wait, hold
forget
on,
it
let me
because
have a
of
look at this
a
delete.
YouTuber I watch, but... As gas
Well,
Well, I would have got that if I knew it.
Alright, goodbye everyone. That's my quiz.
Okay,
That was
right.
great.
Jesus Christ, I'm glad they changed the designs. Gen 3 is peak.
So yeah,
Right.
that
That would
was
have ruined Gen 3
the
for me.
Game Freak GigaLeaks.
Of course, right. Well, moving swiftly on from that for a show. Some Spider-Man 2 news.
Yeah.
One I'll talk about, one Nathan will talk about. So, good news for me and all PC players. Spider-Man 2 is coming to PC in January. It is finally
Hooray.
PC port very quick compared to other PlayStation games.
And I know why
Concord
now.
tax for sure. But there is also the sad news that all 3 DLC have been cancelled.
Yes.
You're not getting anything. So yeah, people who spent.
That's
the
my
amount of
theory
money
why
on
it's
content, sadly,
been
no.
shut off. I think
I'm doing sound effects.
that's my reason why it's been put on so early. Is because the DLC's been cancelled. I think if the DLC didn't get cancelled, it would have been a 2-year cycle. I think.
I still feel like Concord tax played a part in it.
I mean, definitely. But yeah. So what Insomniac said was there is no future story plans for Spider-Man 2. Now,
No,
I
it's a
mentioned
bit
earlier
disappointing.
that in the Insomniac leaks there was 3 DLC packs that were leaked: Beetle one, Chameleon,
Mm-hmm.
and a
Yeah.
Carnage one,
Yeah, Carnage one would have gone hard.
which is just gone. So,
Yeah,
and I will
very
say, all the
disappointing.
people on Twitter and stuff complaining that, oh, I paid 70 quid and for this, and oh, it's such a scam. It's like, bro, you would have had to pay extra for the DLC anyway.
Yeah. I can
It's
see
not
why
like
some people
it.
would be upset. They'd probably be expecting
Yeah,
like a free
if you're
update
being upset
alongside it
for it,
though. Because what I hear is
because
there is still like a decent like empty amount of content outside of like main missions and side missions kind of compared to the first game. That's the
I mean, I
common
would say it's
complaint I hear.
this equal amount of
Apparently
stuff.
it feels a lot more empty.
No, I feel like it feels the exact same. I think just because it's shorter, it feels, I guess you could say it feels more empty.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I
because
mean,
of that, people are saying that it's a scam, even though no, you still
it's not a
got
scam. You
a
paid for the game you got.
a
It might not
full
have lived
game.
up to expectations, but
Story-wise, maybe not, but gameplay-wise, I think the gameplay's
yeah.
great.
I
So,
still feel gameplay is the one which I
yes,
also
but you
feel is a
haven't
bit
played
weak.
it though.
They
I
didn't
think
build
it's
on it.
gameplay's something you can't really judge until you've played it.
Yeah, I know, but I can judge like content
So,
wise from what I can see.
but I think if you
And,
play it, there is a lot of additions which are like, this is so much better. And then
mm,
you play the first game, like, I miss like the web wings, sliding under people in the air, like just those little
mm,
things which are like they add so much
yeah,
that you
I
don't
mean, I'm still
realize.
disappointed that the gadgets are half the gadgets are gone
Yeah.
now.
I
I
mean,
really enjoyed using them.
I mean, I won't lie though. I only really used like 2, 3 gadgets in the first game.
I used every single one of them.
So
It was so
I
fucking
guess
fun to use them all.
so yeah. But I mean, it's cool that it's come to PC. You know, PC players
Yeah,
get to experience the game, and it's
now
being
we get
done
to mod it.
by Nix's. I think it's Nix's is the studio,
Yeah,
and they
Nexus
did
is.
the other ones. So so hopefully a good PC port this time.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, the DLC cancellation. It's enough, but they've got so much stuff in the works. They've got
Yeah.
Spider-Man 3, the Wolverine game, and then that leaked Ratchet and Clank thing. So, a
I
game.
mean, they never know. They could. Isn't was there a Venom spin-off game they're
Oh yeah,
doing?
there's rumors to be that.
So
So maybe
that's
the
probably where the
Carnage
DLC will be chucked
DLC.
in.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Beetle and Chameleon will just be Spider-Man 3.
Because
Maybe that, cause for all we know, they could have changed their mind. Like they've scrapped their original script for Spider-Man 3 and they've reintegrated it, and then they need those characters. That
maybe.
could be the whole reason behind.
Well, I don't really know how they could include Chameleon. Like,
Hmm.
because there's literally an entire side quest with him where
I mean,
it
do you
sets up
remember
the
that one
DLC with him.
episode of Spectacular Spider-Man where Chameleon pretends to be Spider-Man?
Oh yeah.
They
I mean,
could do
maybe
that
they
with
could do
like
something like
this is
that.
Peters, like kind of. We won't go into spoilers, but like I could see that happening maybe to start it off and get him. Yeah. In fact, spoiler warning, but it could be like they could use that to get him
I
back
mean,
in
the
the
game's
game,
been out
kind of.
a long time, and it's a very
Yeah.
popular game.
But yeah. Either way, can't wait to play that. And yeah, January. Moving on though, there is another thing which was talked about, Project 007. Nathan, you were
Mhm.
quite excited for this.
I have been for a good few years now.
I didn't know this was happening. That's the first I've
So
heard of
this
it.
is done by. So this is a 007 game, if you can tell, James Bond, being done by the IO Interactive, who does Hitman. So expect a lot of fun gameplay styles. And let me try and find exactly what they said.
Well, they talked about it's like an origin story for
Yeah, they
James
gave a
Bond
little bit of
exploring
like,
younger Bond.
yeah, here it is. So production's going very well, and they'll share more details soon. Maybe the Game Awards, like a teaser or something. Game will be an origin story with a James Bond built from the ground up. Given the experience with Hitman, we're able to convince the IP owners to make another James Bond game almost 15 years since the last game. So, yep, 15 years later. And then IO hopes the game can be a success and they can make a trilogy. So,
Oh yeah, no, that if we get some great James Bond games, that'd be sick. 'Cause I've enjoyed the Bond films I've seen. I do want to watch them all.
so yeah, I mean, I hope it's like a mixture of all the James Bonds. You know, it's got that goofy tone,
Yeah,
and then the more serious stuff for the newer stuff, the newer films.
yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited. Nothing we can really talk about that much because it's a younger
It's just
James
that
Bond,
little, yeah.
and it's doing well,
Tom
which is
Holland
good.
confirmed.
Yeah. Oh God. Hopefully
Uh,
not. It's Troy Baker. Um.
but yeah,
Yeah, I'm excited.
it'll be cool to see, and I'll definitely give it a try.
Hmm.
But as I say, we've only got literally a tweet kind of quoting something from an interview, so
Hmm.
yeah, when we get a trailer, we will be straight on. So, finishing up the gaming section, we have a few statistics that we thought were a little fun to mention.
We do.
So it's been over a week now since Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2
Uh,
release.
over a month.
Yeah, as I say over a week? Oh,
Yeah.
I meant over a month. But yeah, so it's been over a month, and the game has sold 4.5 million copies within that month,
Good.
That's very good.
It's a banging game.
which is a big stat. But that's not the most impressive one of this list. So it gets more and more crazy, I think, like throughout. So Silent Hill 2 remake, we were talking about that the other week.
Mhm.
1 million copies sold in a week, which is a big number to say the least. But
Essentially, the state of Silent Hill, like people,
yeah,
that franchise is kind of dead until
yeah,
this
so
came out. Because
come back very strong, very,
yeah,
very
those games are
strong.
kind of everyone. I've heard that everyone says those games are kind of being pretty shit recently.
Yeah. But to
So
get even more insane, Metaphor ReFantasio, 1 million copies in a day.
yeah, 80-hour turn. I think it's turn-based RPG.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think you were
So
interested in getting this one, yeah?
it does look quite interesting. It is done by Atlas, who does Persona. So
Yeah, that
obviously,
makes
it's going to be
sense.
a quality game. So
I
and
don't know why
so
the,
but
the title just tells me that it was made by the people who made Persona. I don't know why. But yeah. But to finish them all off, Sparking Zero sold 3 million copies in a day. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero.
it is sold more than Black Ops
Yeah.
Cold Wars.
Probably all in
6, sorry.
Mexico.
Probably yes.
Yeah.
Cartel activity has dropped to
Mm.
a solid 0 at the minute.
It's insane that sounds so. Like, I really want to play that
Yeah.
game. It looks really
It
good.
does look really
The
good,
new
yeah.
Dragon Ball.
I want to watch Dragon Ball before I play it though, so
Yeah, that's what I'm
it'll
gonna
be a
do.
while.
Because I know the storyline is like you can do what if situations for situations in Dragon
Yeah,
Ball
I don't
Z.
want to spoil myself or
So,
like not get anything.
hmm
So yeah, definitely waiting until I do it. It'll be on. Put it this way, at least then it'll be like 50% off. So
yeah.
it's gonna take me a while to catch up watching everything. But yeah, those are just some stats we thought were worth mentioning.
I also think because it's
So,
fun because they're quite niche games as
hmm
well.
Hey,
So
this has been a year for niche
yeah,
games, bro.
everyone because what was it? The big hero shooter died
Hmm
after a week, and then the little platformer dude completely just knocked it out of the water. So I think this is a good year for showing game companies
Not to
that,
mention it's been the year of space racism.
and the spirit spacism, that it's a good year to show game companies that not every game needs to be a third-person movie game
PvP
or
shooter.
a hero shooter. That you can make an anime fighting game, and if you put a lot of love and care into it, it can sell 3 million copies in a day.
Come on, AAA, break out the standard.
Exactly.
Become more innovative.
Like, look, one of these games, the Warhammer 40k, that's compared to 360 games.
Hmm
And look how well it's done. 4.5 million copies in a month. And Warhammer,
Oh,
it's popular, but it's quite niche in
yeah,
a sense. Like, it obviously got millions of people to play it, but
yeah.
general audiences is quite niche. And then Metaphor, obviously that's riding off the coattails of Persona, but still, 1 million
Mhm.
copies in a day. I think it was even like, what was it? Was it less than 24 hours? Oh no, yeah, which is a day. So, yeah, make more niche games.
Yeah. Not even niche, just innovative. Stop playing it safe.
Just put
like
effort
standard.
into games, man.
Like that's just kind of that's what everyone associates with AAA. Playing it safe with the investment, not
Ubisoft.
being creatively like innovative, which I would much prefer to see AAA diving into that territory again. But as I say, they're just going to go with the safe blockbuster
Yeah,
pathway.
you got to take risks to make a good game.
Good look at
Exactly. You
Ubisoft.
don't need these $1 million
Um,
budgets.
Ubisoft spends loads of money in games, and they failed, and now they might be going private and dying.
Hmm
So I think if that new Assassin's Creed game doesn't do good, we're gonna have to say goodbye to Ubisoft.
Yeah. I mean, it's mostly
So
been AA studios that have been popping off this year, hasn't it?
because
Yeah.
Arrowhead's done very well. Because I think
Mhm.
Helldivers was like what a top-down what was it, strategy
Originally.
Originally a
game or something?
top-down, strategy shooter,
And
and then they ported it to 3D and gave a few new things here and there, and did
that blew
phenomenally.
up on the
Yeah.
internet. So,
And even still, like it made its big resurgence like throughout the year. So yeah,
mhm.
it's
Yeah.
definitely done well. And obviously the year before that was like the year of indie games. So could next year be the year of AAA? Could that fix its
Well, next year's got some
problems?
absolute banger AAA
Titles,
games.
yeah.
Actually,
So
just games
hopefully,
in
maybe
general.
complete the pattern. Come on, please
Mhm.
give us good games. But I think moving off of gaming now, let's move on to movies. So Isaac,
Mm.
you would like to talk about this first bit,
Yes.
Star Trek Section 31.
Yes. So this film has been in the rumblings for a few years now, probably about 4 or 5 years since um, Star Trek Discovery started airing again, and there was a lot to do with Section 31 in that. So for people that don't know, Section 31 is the secretive, hidden organization behind the Federation, behind this massive union of alien species. There was first talks about it, I believe, in the 80s, 90s with Star Trek Deep Space Nine, and they were very secretive about it. Have been very secret to this. I mean, the writers. I mean, get myself, get it right. So this film is coming out next year, I believe. Um, it says release January 24th, 2025, so early next year. I haven't seen much on it though, in all honesty. Michelle Yeoh, I believe that's how I say it, is starring once again as Philippa Georgiou from the Mirror Universe. As far as I can see, there is not much on it. I've been doing some, looking. There is not much on it. What I do see though is that one of the characters playing Admiral Garrett's daughter, who is the future captain of the Enterprise C, and once again, new Trek is complementing old Trek and reintroducing the chameleoids, which were the shape-shifting species introduced in Star Trek Six, Undiscovered Country. There's not much there, and honestly, that is all I've been able to find. Um, I trust them to make it good. Michelle Yeoh, she's a great actor. She did really good in Discovery. I'm interested to see where they take it, and honestly, that's all there is to say because there's not released much else on it. So that's it.
Right, nice. I couldn't really chime in there because I'm not a Star
Yeah,
Trek fan.
I'm the only Star Trek fan on the planet, so I'm the only person that can really talk about this stuff.
Star Trek one fan watching things 133 million times to keep it in sync.
Yep.
Right. But moving on, we had some Spider-Man 4 news in which Tom Holland and Zendaya have said that they have sat down and read the script. Now, I think if I'm remembering correct, Tom mentioned that it does need a little work, but he's
But
overall quite
but
happy
yeah,
with it.
me and Nathan were talking about this the other day. We were talking about how Zendaya is supposed to be a main character, or at least is in
It sounds
Spider-Man
like
4.
it.
We said that we don't really want that because it kind of undermines
The end.
No Way
The
Home.
ending of No Way Home, yeah.
And I said that it could be something like in Homecoming, where she's there, but she's in the background. She isn't a main character. Peter sees her, he's reminded of what he lost, and then he moves on, sort of thing. But yeah, that's what me and Nathan were talking about.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It might just be the case of maybe she's at the start as kind of like a sort of
Yeah,
recap type thing. That's seen as like this is like a separate trilogy to the home trilogy. Need to establish things a bit to stop people from having to do their homework and stuff.
yeah,
But yeah, as I say, if they're happy with it, they've been happy with last few. I've enjoyed the home trilogy.
Well, did he say he
I trust
was
these guys.
happy with it? I know, because obviously he said it,
Yeah,
it
it
needs
needs work,
work.
but the writers are
So,
doing a great job.
okay.
To quote it exactly. And I think to further the quote, I read it 3 weeks ago, and it really lit a fire in me. So that's good news, yeah. So they're on the
yeah,
right lines. They recognise that there's areas that need work,
Mhm.
which is always good to have. So yeah, we'll see once we get. As I say, it's just a script. There's nothing like ready for trailers or anything. probably still be like a year before we get that. But moving on from the Spider-Man part of it, let's actually skip over to Venom 3 quickly. Something you brought up this morning, Ben,
So yeah,
which kind of links.
I think you discussed it last week, or obviously I wasn't there last week, about Spider-Man 4 leaks, did you? About it
I
being
believe we did,
King in
yes.
Black is the rumored title. And we'll
Didn't talk about that
No.
bit.
And well, anyway, there's rumors about Spider-Man 4 being about Null, the king of symbiotes. And Venom 3 is obviously, it says that it's setting up Null to be like the big baddie. And I'm trying to find exactly where it is. Here it is. So, obviously, in case I think we might have mentioned it, that they gave a little teaser yesterday, and Andy Serkis is voicing Null, or playing him, which is good. Andy Serkis is a great actor, especially in those kind of like non-human roles. So, and
Yeah.
it says here, the King in Black is way too powerful for one and done, meaning he's probably going to be in a Spider-Man film, to me anyway. So, it sounds like they're definitely setting him up for a big baddie, and if this is Venom's last film, it kind of makes sense to put him in the Spider-Man films, because then, well, he can't fight Venom, because, well, he can't fight Tom Hardy Venom anyway.
Yeah, they don't want to waste his
So,
potential as well.
Which, I guess is kind of good, but it's Sony's planning, so
It could
probably
be a
isn't.
mixed bag.
Yeah.
If it's anything like Morbius, it will be good.
Jesus.
Oh Christ! Right, let me forget about that MILF film, man. So
That
let's
MILF.
move on to the next thing. Dune
Have-
Messiah.
I have actually just seen that Denise Villeneuve has confirmed there'll be more worms in Dune Messiah.
Good.
So that is good.
Oh, was that something that
Give me
wasn't
2
really
seconds.
explored too much in the previous two?
The first film, no, because it was sort of like an origin story. The spoilers, by the way, for both the new Dune films. So Dune, the first one it's sort of an origin story for House Atreides, which is the main character Paul Atreides, and sort of them getting screwed over by the Galactic Emperor, and forcing them, into the desert planet of Arrakis. The second film is about Paul Atreides becoming, the chosen one, pretty much. That's what he becomes. And then I believe Dune Messiah is about his conquest across the galaxy. I don't actually know. I never read the books. I haven't watched the old films, so I am just guessing. But Sooner Than Expected is great. The first film was, like 9 out of 10. The second film
10 out
was
of 10.
12 out of 10.
Oh.
So, like, yeah, if this third film follows suit, could be trilogy of our generation. You never know.
Did you mention that it started filming in 2 years? Was it 2 years?
I didn't, but I did say that it's coming soon. But yeah, Nathan said
Yeah,
2 years, so
I think it's
probably
2026 is when they start filming.
Right, okay,
So
that's good.
yeah, I hope they're not rushing it. Obviously.
Obviously.
I mean,
they
although
would if the previous two have been quality.
oh yeah, I think
I
actually,
feel like definitely like
when did Dune Part
prioritize
1
that.
come out? Was that 2021? Might be.
No clue. I think it might have been.
I think it was 2021, and then obviously that one came out this year. So I mean, yeah, it kind of makes sense, I guess.
Yeah,
schedules.
2021. Right. So yeah. Well, that's good.
Excited.
Right. So that wraps up movies. Onto TV. One big one for all of us. A
Oh,
TV
yeah.
show we all enjoy. Invincible season 3 has been given a teaser trailer.
With no mid-season breaks. Oh
Hell
yeah.
That is something that I don't think anyone was a big fan of.
No.
And also made no sense ultimately. Like they could have just said like we need to polish these last few things off. Would have much preferred that. But they doubled down like, oh, we just wanted people to take in episode 4's ending, but we didn't need that long. But yeah, no mid-season break. They've recognized we didn't like that. They aren't going to repeat that mistake again. And season 3 is shaping up to be a fire season.
Yeah.
Now,
I mean, me and Daniel, I think we know sort of what's going to happen. Nathan knows nothing.
I don't know anything. And I don't want to know anything.
just know it's going to be
But
fire.
it is going to be good.
Right. Another thing though, expect another special. I
Mm.
believe there will be another special covering the backstory of another character, given the similar teasers to last time, similar to
Rex.
Billy thing. Yep. Nathan just kind of
I like
spoiled it.
Rex.
But spoiler warning: it will probably be Rex's
That's
backstory.
not really
So
a
yeah,
spoiler.
yeah,
It is explored in the comics. We should mention that. So they
yeah.
might do a
Oh
similar
yeah.
thing or a different thing. I guess we'll see.
I'm assuming they
Um,
just like follow similar to the Atom Eve special.
yeah, I assume it'd be something like that.
Hmm. Yeah.
Although I will say, I mentioned this to everyone, to you two as well, about how I want the animation to be better this season.
Mm.
I think Invincible's animation looks good, but it could be better. I think
It's an Amazon show. What do you
they spend a
expect?
bit too much money on the cast. I mean,
Yeah.
the cast does well. Everyone does great, but
Oh yeah, phenomenal.
I do think a lot of the fight scenes are just a lot of it's just like characters just like standing there, and
Yeah.
it's very a lot of it is just characters just standing there talking.
Yeah.
So I would like the animation to be better, which obviously I know in one of the other episodes of season 2 they spoke about what
How
was
it
it?
takes a long time, and
Yeah,
it's very
but like I
time
don't mind waiting for
consuming.
good animation. Like
I if it meant we got like the whole season in that like style, I
yeah,
would
because the
wait.
teasers look
Like the
great.
style of the like teaser.
I don't
I
think
I,
we'd get that style,
I know, but
judging
if we
from
did, I would wait like another year. You know, like it's fair play.
yeah,
If we're gonna get it like top quality, 100% top of the game, I don't mind waiting for that.
yeah. Like, oh, could you imagine like alongside like the vocal performances, like some Mappa style like quality animation? Obviously, you don't know Mappa's style too much because you're not a big fan of anime, Isaac. But you watched the first episode of Chainsaw Man, didn't you?
Shit, even
Yeah.
fucking One
Yeah.
Piece.
So
That
like
shit's
something
weekly, and that has its
like
amazing animation.
I've seen
So
some clips of animation which seem questionable from
modern
One
day One
Piece.
Piece is
I've
stunning.
not seen Modern Day, I don't think, but yeah.
They've been hitting out of the park. So like that's a weekly show. Obviously, we'll get into it in a minute. But
Hmm.
like that's animation is stunning. So like, why can't Invincible have that kind of stuff? It's just
As I say, a lot of the money does go to
yeah,
star power, but I guess I couldn't imagine the show without those performances, so it has sort of paid off there. It's like
Mm.
Stephen Young and J.K. Simmons is just absolutely phenomenal in their roles.
Yeah, a lot of the Walking Dead cast reprise, well, the took roles. I think the entire original Guardians were people who
Yeah,
played Walking Dead characters because they're friends with Robert Kirkman.
yeah,
So
exactly. So
yeah, they're all, I reckon, expensive.
yeah.
yeah, but speaking of that though, Isaac, I think talk about the next topic.
Yes, The Walking Dead Dead City. We got our first teaser for season 2. Now, I'm probably not going to mention Dead City a lot because I just wanted to say that it is probably the worst out of the 3 shows. I have to admit.
God.
Um, the story was just rehashed from the end of the main show, which we thought had been settled, but apparently not. The Daryl Dixon season 1 and 2, that was great. The Ones Who Live, which is the Rick and Michonne show, that was it is what it is. It's good enough. But Dead City was the first one to come out, the first spin off to come out after the main show had finished, and it was sort of what you'd expect. There was definitely quality drops, past season 6 of the main show, but there were good, season. I like season 9. Season 11 was mostly all right, and season 10 had standout episodes. So I was expecting it to be, pretty mid, in all honesty, and it was. Season 2, I feel like would just be sort of the same thing, but Jeffrey Dean Morgan knocks it out of the park as always, and he's now put into spoilers, by the way. He's now been put into a role of power again, like he was in season 7 and 8, and his was a standout performance in some of the worst seasons of the show. So I do think that this season 2 for the Dead City could be better than season 1. It's not high bar or anything, but if they do a good season 2, then I think they've definitely learned from the mistakes with Daryl Dixon, the Daryl Dixon show. I hope they do for Dead City, and if they do want Hulu season 2, I'm sure they will as well. So we're just waiting and seeing now.
Yeah. Well, hopefully, you'll have a better time with
Yeah,
the second season than the first, but let's go onto a smaller topic now. We have a new Secret Levels poster revealed by Amazon. Obviously, Secret Levels is a show that we are all looking forward to, as soon as it covers a range of games, some of
An
which we are
anthology
fans of.
series as well.
Hmm
Went out.
And I noticed one thing in the poster. You zoom in on the right-hand side, there is a Helldiver.
Hmm
Could we see a possible Helldiver episode at some
I
point?
think
I would love that.
I was watching some stuff about it, and they were pointing out how whenever they talk about the PlayStation IPs, they all group them together. So
Hmm
I don't know. So they were saying I don't know if it'll be like a full-on episode or like a segment in an episode. Obviously, we don't know
I
how long these
think,
episodes are going to be. So
yeah, I still think a Helldivers episode would go so hard.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Like, could you imagine it covering like Malevelon Creek or Meridia? Like, that would be so hype.
Well, I
Or even
thought
just a...
of an idea of what they could do, where it's like a mockumentary style show, and at the end of every episode, the entire squadron just dies a brutal death, and the next episode is a different squadron that they follow, and like
That could be cool, yeah.
kind of
I
like
don't
that,
think
that
they'd be able to do
light-hearted
that
tone with Helldivers, but then everyone dying brutal deaths.
yeah.
If that happens.
I think a good one would be like starting like that, but then like slowly degrading like through like a harsh reality type thing. I think that would go hard. I think it kind of capture both the community and the developers' ideas.
Yeah.
Because obviously we've talked about the fact in the past that some people look at the game differently. Like what one team likes to be Doomslayer in replaceable, stimmed up squishy units, and then the other is like full on war PTSD type shit.
Mhm.
So yeah, either way, it would just be great to see a secret level episode of that. Obviously, another one there's a Warhammer one.
That one very
There is
nice.
a Armored Cores one starring Keanu Reeves, which I will be watching. We will be there no matter what.
You didn't get
A
a
Sifu
picture of
one,
him in that one.
yeah, we did. It was in the original trailer.
Right.
There's like
Because
a whole
that
segment
Sifu
where
one will probably be good.
yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
banging game.
And a Ghost of Tsushima one,
And God
which
of
will
War.
also go hard. And God of War, yeah.
So
I always forget that because that was like a 0.5 second clip.
I'm excited about. What was that called? December 10th. There you go. Amazon
Yeah,
Prime.
December 10th. So December time is going to be a fun time. Now, onto a slightly smaller topic. It's a series people might not have heard of. We've might have maybe mentioned it once or twice on the podcast before. It's an alright show. Nathan, would you like to talk about this?
Yes. One Piece is on break, everyone. The anime. So it was confirmed earlier this week, I believe it was, that Toei is going to put the anime on break for 6 months. It comes back in April next year. And if I can find the reasoning, so give me a second. See, it's gone on break. Good. So what this will probably do is this will obviously put the manga ahead. I believe it's a year ahead of the anime, but giving us a year and a half, that allows for the pacing to be better because, obviously they don't need to be worrying how far ahead they are from the manga. And then they said this is to also make the animation better, even though the animation's amazing. So I don't know how much better you can make it. They're also going to change the sound effects because they've been using the same sound effects since Dragon Ball Z, and that came out in the 90s or the 80s, I believe. And they're going to change the time slot, which makes the show less censored, which is good because the anime censors a lot of stuff. So, but with this, there was an announcement for One Piece fan letter, which came out today actually, which is amazing. It's it's taking place during when the Straw Hats reunite, and it's about this girl who wants to give a fan letter to Nami. It's amazing. It's great. It covers the Marineford War and how it kind of affected some of the soldiers there. So that's good. And then obviously we're also getting a remaster. So One Piece has a remake, a remaster, and a live action. And it's going to cover Fishman Island, which is pretty mid, I won't lie. It ain't great. But it's going to turn 58 episodes into 21. And have the 1.0 art style, so it will look better. Better visuals, like I just said, better audio. And it comes out next week. Yes, that's airing next week for 21 weeks. So, That's it. Don't know what else I'm gonna do because the manga's also on break for 2 weeks. So,
Well,
yep,
Nathan's gonna have to learn to get a life outside
that
of
is
it.
our One
Right.
Piece news update.
Just make your own One Piece, call it Two Piece.
No.
Right, so I think that covers the news section for today. So, on to the main meat of the episode. What would our ideal horror game be? To fit with the theme of whole spooky month, we decided that we would come together and discuss what we would love to see in our ideal. Nathan's obviously an expert in horror games. He plays them all the time. So why don't
Yeah,
you
yeah.
start us off?
Well, as someone who gets scared of Roblox horror games, I don't know, atmosphere
Atmosphere is
is
always
the most
important.
important part of a horror game, in my opinion.
Yeah. I think the games that probably do it the best off the top of my head are like Alien Isolation does it phenomenally.
I've heard Silent Hill 2's atmosphere is also
Yeah.
amazing.
I've not
Little
seen
Nightmares.
Little
Little
Nightmares does
Nightmares.
it quite
As
well,
well.
yeah. And Subnautica is unironically
Well, you
also
can't. I
quite
mean,
a horror game.
yeah, it's got horror elements.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Alright.
I mean,
Its
obviously, then you could also
atmosphere is
count
so
Minecraft, I
powerful.
guess, as well.
Yeah.
So,
I
well,
think
I
the only
mean,
thing that Subnautica does is there is
Minecraft.
something behind it.
Yeah,
Whereas Minecraft is ambient sound effects, which probably get the jump out of most people.
and
Or a
nowadays
pickaxe
Minecraft's
breaking.
just flying over with Elytra.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think atmosphere is important in a horror game.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
That's right.
Obviously, a good story. That's like
hmm
the necessities for
Necessity
a
of any
good game or good
Basics of
thing in
game is
general.
like non-tedious controls, fluid like animation, and good story and performance. That should definitely be a standard.
I think.
I think, sorry to interrupt, but I think being overwhelmed, not in the sense that there's a lot on the screen, but in the sense that you know you're weaker than what you're fighting, which makes you
Yes.
scared.
hmm
That's good.
I think Little Nightmare does that well because you're a small kid. You know, you've got these big, fat people trying to eat you, you know,
Yeah.
and you're trying to run away from them. I think that's what it does
That's
well.
like in Resident Evil.
Overwhelmed in
and
your
stuff.
position, not
Yeah.
overwhelmed with stuff to do. Because I think
Yeah.
if it was overwhelmed with stuff to do, that's a massive turn off for any game.
Yeah.
Because in like Resident Evils, obviously the start is a bit scary because you've not got a lot of gear. But then when you actually get more gear,
Yeah, you progress.
you're more
Progression's always
serious.
good.
So yeah, I think good AI, like the
AI,
alien
yeah.
from Alien Isolation,
Yeah,
where it
Alien, I
learns
think we
your
talked about
play
this.
style.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, okay, so
Yeah.
he's gonna hide in that vent, so I'll check all the lockers. Sorry, so I'll check the lockers.
Yeah.
So I think
If
that
a
is
system like
important,
that
depending on a
is
horror game.
yeah, because if the AI is stupid, then you can just cheese it half the time.
Like fucking, I'm not. This isn't a horror game. Like Redfall, the AI, they're awful. They're really bad, and it just makes it funny, not scary.
Yeah. I
So
think I see a lot of clips of I think it's Resident Evil 2 where there's I think his name's
what the guy
X or
that
something.
chases you,
Yeah,
Mr.
it might not
X?
be X. Yeah, Mr. It might be Mr.
I'm
X,
pretty
it
sure it's
might
Mr.
not
X.
be. But yeah, like there's moments where you can just jump on a ladder and he just or stairs and he just forgets about you. And I find those clips really funny. So yeah, AI definitely makes a game.
Although I guess it's different for like Mr. X because like he's just tall, huge dude.
hmm
So I guess you just can't really do much when you climb up a ladder.
Yeah, I guess.
So
Then
whereas
again,
an
he's a big
alien is
tall
a lot
dude. Why don't you
more.
just drag you down the ladder?
Yeah. Then you just
Imagine how
like
scary that'd be.
then like he's just there like slapping his hand around where the ladder
Mhm.
was. That could be quite good.
Yeah,
Music.
that's not.
Don't want
Music
goofy ass
is
music.
something. You don't want like loud EDM in the middle of your horror game.
Dubstep. I mean that's quite scary.
Dubstep is integral to the plot. What do you mean?
So
But yeah, having a good soundtrack always like helps. Even having no soundtrack
yeah,
half the time.
like when
Like having
like the music just cuts out,
yeah,
then you're like,
and,
oh.
yeah, and I think that's when it's best effective when it's like kind of somber, back of your mind music. When it cuts out and you can just like pause for a moment, like, wait, I haven't heard the music for a minute.
Yeah.
That really, well, at the end of the day, because all these things add to the atmosphere. I think the overarching thing is atmosphere in a horror game. Now, though I will admit, I do not like games like horror games where I cannot fight back in some way. They can be fun, but when they're like bigger scale ones, like 'cause obviously Little Nightmares, you can't fight back essentially unless it's like following the script of the level.
Yeah.
And that's fine because they are relatively short, small scale indie games.
Hmm.
But with like the bigger titles, I want way to like some way to at least repel it for like a few seconds, maybe give myself a chance to think.
Yeah.
And also, I like to keep my progress even slightly. This is a direct dig at Resident Evil. I have not picked that game up for a month
Well, the
because I
first one
lost
and
them.
the first
The
remake,
first one, yeah,
I
yeah.
say.
I've not played any
Because
of the other
I
ones
do
yet. I'm
believe
playing.
4 remake does have autosave.
Oh, thank God.
I haven't played it
Okay.
in a while, so I might be wrong
Yeah,
on
but
that.
no. But I'm so fed up of losing like an hour's progress just because I slip up slightly.
Hmm.
It's really, really annoying and disheartening. And as I say, I haven't picked up the game for like a month because I died that one
Oh
time
yeah,
to
it
the
does. I'm just
fucking
checking
car.
that. When you reach a
Yeah.
checkpoint, you okay. So
Does Resident Evil 2 have that as well?
2 remake. I'm guessing you mean.
Yeah, 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 remake. I'm playing the
Yeah.
remakes.
Well, game will
Oh,
autosave and select locations throughout the game,
thank
as well as
God.
the typewriters, because obviously you can't remove the typewriter save from a
They're
Resident
manual
Evil.
saves, yeah, yeah. As long as they can manual like auto saves, checkpoints, that's fine.
Mm.
That's all I need. I hate losing progress is the most disheartening thing in games.
Yeah.
You have to really love the game, keep going. Like, just think about our Minecraft realm. Someone will lose everything, and if we don't like roll back, they will most likely just stop playing for
Mm.
Yeah.
the rest of the realm's lifespan. Like,
Mhm.
losing progress is the most disheartening thing a gamer. But yeah, so that's my personal thing I would like in my ideal horror game.
I mean, also we're forgetting something. The most important, integral part for any good horror game: Leon Kennedy.
Yeah.
There you
Yep. More backflips that are absolutely integral to survival. Come on.
go. I actually had an idea, Daniel. What we could
What?
stream. I was watching. I was looking on Twitch and I found a Twitch channel, and they were playing Resident Evil 5 online
Hmm.
co-op on Steam.
Yeah, I know it has online co-op, yeah.
We could stream
As I
that.
say, we could at some point, but as I said, I do need to get through the other ones. I'm playing them chronologically.
Yeah, I mean, I think RE5 is a. I think Chris is in that one. He's from the
I
first one, isn't
think he
he?
is, yes. Isn't that the one where it's the clip of, did you mod this?
Yeah.
No. Ba-ba-ba-ba.
It's Master Chief. Yeah, that's that one.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no. As I say, I do want to play through the Resident Evil games like one at a time.
Mm.
So yeah, when I get past 4, I'll let you know.
So,
But
yeah.
no, that would be fun, yes.
So I guess that's our ideal horror game. Good
Yeah.
atmosphere, Leon Kennedy, good AI, and whatever
Yeah,
else.
give me cringy like 2004 type lines.
Where'd everybody go? Bingo.
Bingo. Let's just say she wasn't going bingo.
Yeah. Well,
Oh. Well, the true fans will understand that reference. But yeah,
well, great. So yeah, that
I
was
think that's
mine, Daniel.
and Isaac's ideal horror game.
Yes.
You're Isaac.
Now, yeah,
Yeah. So
Isaac's
my dad is here, and
Well, you
yeah.
better be here now
I am here now.
because it's time for Isaac's indie
Introducing
inspection.
In the inspection, yes. Today I've decided that I'm going to do a game we've all probably heard of. Can you hear that in the background?
Little bit.
Yes, you want us to wait a bit?
Yeah.
We can do
Okay,
Daniels if you want.
okay, yeah,
Yeah,
we'll just
I
record
don't
my
know.
section. We
Yeah.
can edit it around. Right, introducing for the first time ever on the AFK podcast, Dan's discount. Fuck, Dan's discount dive. We gotta edit that one out. We can't.
No,
keep
I'm giving
one,
that in.
unfortunately. I don't see how that fits, but okay.
It's funny.
It fits for the fucking like off-brand spin-off episode, not this.
Dan's discount time.
Dan's discount dive, ladies and gentlemen, where I will jump into the best deals, which will be lasting through to when the episode releases. So there was a bunch of good deals today that I was going to do, but they end in 31 hours. I cannot say them. But first one up the list was actually one Nathan told me about earlier.
Oh, you
It's
missed
a
a game on
buying
there.
deal.
That could be good.
Doom Eternal claimable on Prime Gaming.
And
It
Bioshock
is
1.
Yeah, but I'm
That's a
doing
go.
it's my discount dive. Fuck off.
I'm
My
just saying.
section. You have your fellow favorites. I have Dan's discount dive. Fuck off. Right. Doom Eternal, claimable on Prime Gaming. If you're a fan of the Doom games or you just want to play them, I am sure that this game is great. Nathan praises it all the time. Looking forward to playing it. I do want to play 2016 first, though. So that is on the back burner for now. But it is still worth claiming. You will own it forever once you've... Prime Gaming, if you've got the Amazon Prime, go get it. Prime Gaming right now. On other news, a game which we have talked about on the podcast previously that will be getting discontinued at the end of this year, so grab it while you can. Forza Horizon 4, probably my favorite Forza game out of the ones that are available. And it will be 80% off until the 28th of October, so grab it quickly, because, ladies and gentlemen, this will only be for 5 days after the podcast release, if I'm correct.
Unless I
So
finish
grab
it
it while
early,
you
which I
can.
want to try and finish this one early.
That's fair. Then you might get 6 days, maybe a week. Right. But yeah, grab it while you can. Favorite Forza game, and
It's the best
it's
Forza
just
game.
such a fun game. And it'll be cheap, so why not? This is your only time to grab it before December. And
December
last but not
15th.
least, a fun little game that me and my friends play that they cannot guess from 3 emojis.
Fun.
Uno is 60% off until November 1st. Obviously, it's a Ubisoft game, so it has its issues, but overall, everyone loves playing Uno and
Does it-
screaming at their friends. So why the hell not?
Cutting. Does it? I know on Xbox it doesn't work. Does it work on Steam?
I have no clue. I do not own it on Steam, but I've played it on Xbox, which is why I can recommend it.
Just one.
I wouldn't see why it wouldn't.
Because I
It
know
has
the
some
Xbox
performance,
version
but
has
I
been
hear-
like
Yeah.
has been really buggy, and they never fixed it.
I mean, there was a bunch of like live streams like during lockdown of people playing Uno, so I shouldn't see why it doesn't. Hell, we could probably buy it after this and try it out, and maybe add a little editor's note.
Yeah, how much is it?
£3.43.
£3.43.
£3.
Nice, not too shabby.
Or 43 pence. Right, so that is Dan's discount dive. So we will now wait for Isaac to dive back after he has silenced his
So
fan.
yes, this week on my indie inspection, I've gone for a game that many people have probably heard of. Last week we did Bad North. This week we're doing Cuphead. Now, the reason I wanted to do Cuphead is because it's such a big game. It was such a massive thing, I believe, in 2017 when it released.
Yep.
Yeah, I still listen to the music today. The music is great. I still play it from time to time. I have 100% of this. I know. I'm very good at the game. So I wanted to first just say that I will be covering the DLC as well. Secondly, it is made by Studio MDHR. You've probably never heard of them outside of Cuphead because they've never made another game. Cuphead was their one and only baby.
One hit wonder, damn.
Yeah. So I'm sure you all know this, but I'll run through it anyway. Cuphead is a run-and-gun game heavily focused on boss battles, based on traditional 1930s cartoons. The visuals and audio are also created by the same techniques of the era, which I didn't know about, which is very interesting. Cuphead is a great story. There's not much of it, but it's a good one, and it does have multiple endings. You'll unlock different weapons, charms, and super abilities throughout the games to aid you in your quest to retrieve your souls. You might get sidetracked though because of the DLC, which you unlock after completing the first mausoleum on Inkwell Isle 1. The DLC released in 2022, and it sees Cuphead and Mugman, the main characters, help their friend Miss Shellis get her body back. I won't say any more for spoilers.
I think I a bit.
The game typically takes around 7 to 8 hours, plus 2 to 3 hours for the DLC, but your first playthrough might take up to 15 to 20 hours because it's a very difficult game. You'll probably also get angry. I never get angry, so that never happened for me. Now, my favorite thing about Cuphead is probably the music and the style. Like I said, 1930s, made by the techniques of the era. Yeah, it's just great. The gameplay is, some people argue, a bit repetitive. When I was reading some reviews for when I was writing this, people said it was repetitive and boring. Personally, I disagree. I think that whilst the gameplay itself is similar, working out unique strategies to beat every boss is part of the game. There are other missions which are not just bosses. There are also side missions called run and guns, where you'll get coins to unlock new things. There's always a unique twist on the enemies. Every enemy is different pretty much. Besides in the run and guns, some are quite similar, but every boss is quite wildly different. This game is a challenge, though. I'd probably put it one of the hardest games of all time if you're going to 100% it. A normal playthrough, you probably would get through it. But if you're a hardcore gamer, like myself and my friends here, you probably would be able to, play the game through without too much of a challenge. But if you're only a casual gamer, I wouldn't recommend Cuphead because it is very difficult. But like I said, if you want a challenge, go for it. Again, when I was reading reviews for this game, I was trying to find something bad about the game. Now, besides the obvious things like from time to time the game wouldn't work, I only saw 2 reviews saying that the game wouldn't load, and they were from 2017, so I don't think that's a problem anymore. There's only one thing I wish was in the game, and that's online co-op. Now, I understand why it isn't. Makes sense. But I do wish that was in the game. I saw many reviews also saying that it was too difficult, but I think that's what makes it fun, because the satisfaction of finally beating a boss, and just getting through it. And like I said, each boss is unique. They work in stages from like 3 stages to about 6 stages, and each stage is a new problem. It's a new thing to work out. Personally, I love games like this. I'm not a big, Souls-like games fan where you're fighting the boss, but I wouldn't say this is similar to that, if you understand what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say it's the boss fights and the platforming is probably the best thing about it. So overall, this game basically has no problems. I'd love to see future content updates, like a boss roulette, similar to the King Dice boss fight, or just generally more content. But again, similar to Badmouth last week, this is unlikely, as the developers have said there's no new content following the DLC in 2022. But this may change in the future, so keep a lookout. Cuphead is on PC and console, ranging from £15 to £16. And for my second indie game review, I give this game a 10 out of 10 because of its uniqueness and how fun it is. That has been this week's indie review. Tune back in 2 weeks' time for an indie review of Firewatch.
Oh, yeah.
That's the most serious topic. Like, I'm guessing you write
I wrote a whole essay on that.
Like,
Hell
yeah, Cuphead is a great game.
I do want to play it at some point.
I
I've
love
played
that
the first level and I played the first part of the DLC, but that's about it.
I do wish that they do. I mean, I would like a sequel, but if they want to do a different game, that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, whatever they do, I'm sure will be quality.
And
I know you said there's no online co-op, but I'm sure there's probably a mod on PC for it now.
Most likely, I think there actually is. Yeah, there is local co-op. I forgot to mention that.
Yeah,
2-player local co-op. So I have played that before. We played it at Callum's house, and I've played with Ben at mine, which is fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I also played it at Callum's house and in my game design lesson for one lesson.
it is a banger game.
Yep. I say Isaac said it, but he didn't name the type. But the rubber hose animation style is great. But yeah, so I guess that covers our little AFK section. So let's get on to the weekly. What have we been up to? Who would like to start?
I'll start.
Yeah, go ahead.
So the first thing, the games I've been playing this week, Helldivers is the main one. I'm trying to go for the 100% on that because they're making it harder. So fuck them for that. But it makes sense. More content to the game's great. Secondly, Terraria. I've played a bit less of it. I've put it on the backbone for the moment to try and get this Helldivers 100% before they add more stuff. I'm still playing Star Trek Online. I'm so close to being done now. I just want to be done. Don't get me wrong, it's a great game. But when you're doing the same thing every day, every morning, just for like 2 achievements, it's killing me. And Minecraft, I'm trying to just finish what I was doing last time we were playing Minecraft. I think everyone else has sort of gone off it now, but I've been enjoying playing it again. Game wise, other than that, I've not really been playing much. Film wise, not really watched much, but TV show wise, has been plentiful. So we didn't mention it today because it isn't a major thing, but Star Trek Lower Decks is in its final season. And honestly, I think Lower Decks is probably the best show for people to get into the new Star Treks. because it's a good mix of funny but Star Trek as well, if you know what I mean. So that's ending. So I'm going to do a rewatch of that. I think I'm on like episode 5 of the first season so far. On top of that, I've been watching From. I've watched this week's episode earlier today, and I gotta say, it is going well. Spoilers for From season 3, episode 5 right now, but when Victor and his dad, finally got together, that was, that was a sad scene, but it was a good scene. It felt learned, and it was great. Other than that, I've not been doing much, just editing. That's basically it. So yeah, if one of you guys wanna
Right.
look over.
I can take over here. So, what have I been up to this week? Well, in the gaming space, as Isaac mentioned, we have been playing Helldivers 2. I have already got the 100%, but these guys haven't. So currently it is just a lot of sample runs before the 26th when they introduce level 6 modules. Because obviously the achievement they are going for is getting maximum module in any module space. So yeah, that's going to be a bit of a challenge. Other than that, though, I have been playing a lot of Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. I am slowly working towards 100%. Revengeance difficulty is a pain in the ass. Getting boss fights done without taking any damage is equally a pain in the ass. Fuck Monsoon, the piece of shit.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I have also been playing a lot of Phasmophobia in run up for its console release. I want to get my level high enough so that I can get these guys like a bit of items in the available list for when we play. And also, I'm teaching a couple of my friends how to play the game, so I don't have to teach 3 people at once from the start. So that'll be so that we can have a bit more fun on it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my gaming space. In the film space, I haven't actually watched anything that I can think of off the top of my head. Same with shows. I've kind of been taking a big break after I binged all of Attack on Titan. So yeah, other than gaming, not been much show-wise and movie-wise. Been getting on with other things in my life. So Nathan, would you like to close us off?
What have I been up to? I'm going to talk about some stuff that I did last week, which obviously I can talk about because I have one here. So, last week, I beat Uncharted 4. Amazing game. I love Uncharted. It's probably as good as Uncharted 2, which that's like a 9 out of 5 game. A 9.5 out of 10, sorry. And this is probably the same. The gameplay's great, story's amazing. And, obviously, again, Helldivers 2. One more achievement, and I need about like 123 rare samples, I believe. Which is going to be a pain in the fucking ass.
We can probably do it in the next couple of days. Come on, then.
Yeah. I don't think there's really... I mean, I can't really think of anything I've been playing other than that. I'm going to go back into Pokemon Scarlet and Violet because there's an event to get a shiny Meloetta in Pokemon Home, which I want to get. So, that's kind of it for gaming, I guess. Yeah. Oh no,
Movie-wise?
remember that was it. The Astrobot DLC started this week, and so every week on a Thursday, I believe, there'll be a new speedrun level with 2 new Helldivers, 2 new bots. Just spoil one of them by accident. Oops. And so that's fun. I believe I'm in the top 7,000, 6,000 of players, and there's like 100. There's over 100,000 people who've done it. That was yesterday. I haven't checked, so pretty good that game. And then, yeah, obviously I was streaming Astrobot on the channel, so you guys, some people might have joined in and seen. So that's it for gaming. Films, I watched a lot of films because what else are you supposed to do when you're laying on the sofa? I rewatched mainly. Oh no, I watched Inside Out 2, which is very good, and Talladega Nights rewatched. That's great. Kung Fu Panda 1 is amazing. I rewatched Deadpool 3, which nothing's really changed from that film. Still solid MCU film, I guess. And yeah. And then I rewatched Tropic Thunder because that movie's awesome. Have you seen Tropic Thunder, Daniel?
I've seen bits of it. I've never actually watched the full thing.
Yeah, it's funny. And
I do want to watch it.
TV shows, nothing really. Except for tomorrow, because tomorrow we get What We Do in the Shadows Season 6, which is an amazing show about vampires, a mockumentary about vampires. It's not like cringy Twilight shit. So yeah. What We Do in the
Very
Shadows
nice.
Season 6 comes out tomorrow. Final season.
Very nice.
So yeah.
Ready
That's
next. All right.
Is that everything?
I think that covers what we've been up to. I think that covers all the topics we have. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching this episode of the AFK podcast.
Thank you.
As I said, we are on all platforms. Share it with your friends. Let them know. Leave a like on whatever platform you are
Check out
watching on.
live streams.
We will be live streaming a lot more now and releasing other content. Something in the works behind the scenes, so stay tuned for that. Thank you for watching again, and we will see you next week.
Bye.
Peace.
Goodbye.